Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Cardano chart, of course, also at the Bitcoin chart. And nothing really has moved. We are still in a corrective pattern at the moment. There is no impulsive move to the upside visible. There's not even a sign of it at the moment. No real positive reaction to the support levels that we hit. So we are going to take a look at that. As you know, I expect further price drops, unfortunately. I'm happy to be proven wrong. That's what I would expect, just based on looking at what the market is doing, looking at the price action, also looking at the Elliott Wave counts, also for Ethereum, where I expect a further drop to 3,500, something in that range. I talked about that in the Ethereum video. This is again still after that. I would expect a further move to the upside, so that level I would use to buy. And for Bitcoin and Cardano, I would expect, unfortunately, further price drops. I know it's nothing anybody wants to hear. It's only my opinion. Don't take it as financial advice. Take it with a pinch of salt. Watch other YouTubers and do your own research. But that's what I expect. And let's take a look at why. We are currently here in a wave 4 correction. At least that's what I primarily think. At the moment, at least. But to complete that wave 4, we now also need to see the first beginning of a move up. If that is not the case, then we see further price drops, and that bullish scenario here is not at play anymore. Yeah, I mean, we already came below key Fibonacci retracement levels, unfortunately, which actually make this scenario here less likely. Talked about that yesterday. This target box was for me the key support that we needed to hold. Down here at 53.8k, we dropped clearly below that. We dropped to 53.5k. I think that is what we did hold, very close to the 111-day moving average that you can also find on the Pi cycle indicator. And looking here at the Fib levels, you can see that from the top of wave 3 to the retracement. And that's why it's so important to get the count right. You need to make sure that you understand that you start retracement from the top of an impulsive wave, yeah, because what this essentially is just a wave B here. So looking at that, before we go to Cardano, overall you've got this after wave 3, which is an impulsive move to the upside. You had an A, a B, and we're now in a C correction. So 3 wave movement. However, that wave A consisted of 5 waves again, the wave B of 3 and the wave C of 5 again. But to now complete this and to finalize this corrective pattern here, the move from the large wave 3 to the large wave 4, we need to hold this support level, and we already dropped slightly below it, which is not a good sign. I did say that before. So we are sitting here between the 0.5 and the 0.382 Fib level. Normally you would expect wave 4 not to retrace more. If you do that, it's a higher probability. To a higher probability, you can actually expect further drops to lower levels, and we're going to take a look at that briefly, but then we go to Cardano, of course. And overall, we didn't really hold that level. Yes, at the moment we are holding, but we already dropped slightly below it. So this is not a massively good sign. And overall, what you can see here is that this 5-wave structure to the downside completed, possibly. So not the ABC. No, I think need to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're really at a tipping point. I just want to bring that across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, and if that now does not complete, there's something different at play here. This, as far as I'm concerned, is probably still bullish, but we're really at this key tipping point. Unfortunately, we dropped below the key support level, which would rather indicate further price drops. In my last video, I talked about the 111-day moving average, which needs to hold. I think this is for me like one of the last key things that needs to hold, or if not the last key support level, before we turn possibly, or before we turn rather bearish and then move into lower support levels. So here, 111-day moving average, we did touch it pretty much exactly. Now there was still a little bit of a gap, but that is currently sitting at 53,150, I think. So that is where you get another level of support before you then can drop further. Find support here at the 0.618 Fib level at 50,700, certainly a good support level as well, before you then drop further. Next really main level, and I really talk about a main a key level of support here is 45k. Yeah, I've highlighted this in red here, and below that 39k. These are really key levels of support, as well as this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level is at the moment. So really at a key point, personally, because I don't see any impulsive structure currently emerging from here. I remain on the side of caution, think that we could drop once more. As soon as we see the first emerging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, I'm gonna be more positive and more bullish. At the moment, I'd rather expect, yeah, further price drops. Unfortunately, that's what I expect. That's what I have to tell you. I know nobody wants to hear it, but because we haven't seen a positive reaction yet, really, and all of this at the moment is looking like a bear flag. To be honest, you come down and you're just retracing from that move down, just consolidating before you then come down once more. And that you can see that on the 4-hour chart, we were nearly oversold. So yeah, we had to retrace a bit, or yeah, consolidate here a little bit before we move down further. Unfortunately, I think that is what is currently at play. Happy to be proven wrong, very happy to be proven wrong. But then I would expect something similar for Cardano. As you know, with Cardano, we've hit obviously 310, come down in a long retracement from a wave 1 into a wave 2. The thing is, why you retrace quite strongly here is because the wave 2 within which we currently are, so you can see the purple wave 1, purple wave 2, this can retrace quite strongly. And the reason for that is that in a wave 1, it's still very early in a trend, yeah, so people are a little bit doubtful, and you can see that in the comments. You can see the general sentiment, and you can see the vibe that is around Cardano at the moment, that people are doubtful, and that's totally normal in a wave 2. So that also confirms my view that we are actually very early in the trend, and that we are in a wave 2. By the way, that wave 2 here is part of a larger wave 3. Just want to make you aware about that as well. And when we retraced here, this is basically the larger scale here in green. We had a wave 1, had a wave 2, and we retraced all the way back in July as well, very strongly. And also here you had a lot of FUD going on, people were doubtful, and this was basically the larger wave 2 playing out. So again, you know, in a wave 2 people are very doubtful, because it's completely different with Solana, for example, where we're pretty much at the end of an uptrend at the moment. Yeah, and if you know my Solana videos, I've been talking about that. We are currently waiting for that wave 5 to play out. People are it's a completely different sentiment. Yeah, so it's important to understand really why people behave a certain way, why people currently, there's a lot of hate around Cardano. It's basically, in my view, because people are doubtful that it is really in an uptrend. And overall, we are in an uptrend. Just zoom out, you can see it. Also, the wave count, in my view, confirms that. If you come to a different wave count, that's fine. But overall, I think that is why, because you retrace quite strongly. And as it just happened, we are here in a larger wave 2. That did bottom out. We then had a smaller wave 1 within a wave 3, going up quite high. People were getting euphoric. Now we're dropping, and we are dropping because we are in this wave 2, which can retrace quite a lot. It actually can retrace all the way down, in the worst case, to the beginning of that wave 1 here, which is pretty much at $1, which I don't think we come down to. But, you know, based on the rules, this is all possible. And this is why we're so early in the trend. People are doubtful. People think we're not in an uptrend yet. This is why people rather sell off sometimes, get doubtful, sell their stuff when the price goes down. And then we're going to hit one of these fib levels, and we're going to go up from here. That is still what I expect. Overall, you know, I'm going to hold still. By the way, I'm staking currently with the Ray network. Yeah, the X-Ray pool. Claimed my first X-Ray tokens yesterday on Yoroi wallet. I make a separate video on that. By the way, I'm not sponsored at all by them, but I found the concept quite interesting. Getting additional tokens by staking ADA. And as you know, with ADA, if you stake ADA, there is no locking period. A lot of people still don't know that, so I want to mention that here. And I'm staking on the Yoroi wallet. But yeah, we currently, obviously, we came down here to 146, the level I did mention after we hit below the 181 level. Obviously, what you do then, you have to highlight the next key support level, and that is 146. You can see how valid that was. We hit it exactly, and we're currently retracing back from that, so we see a first positive reaction from that. But if you look at the huge red candle here, and this is, by the way, the weekly chart, but if you see that reaction at the moment, it does not show you really any bullish move. Yeah, yes, where there was a support here, but it doesn't really show you, similar to Bitcoin, not that bullish move. So also we could drop once more, one ladder down to 125, the 0.887 fib level. And that's just how it is. You know, I'm not making this up. This is just what the market is doing. And this is how the sentiment of people works. And this is all you can measure with the Elliott Wave method. It is very well at predicting sentiment shifts. And so far we are still in this scenario, this overall bullish scenario on the high level trend. Of course, this is a downtrend here. Of course, this is, you can call this bearish, but overall a wave 2 is a correction in this case, a higher level uptrend. So it's up to you if you want to call that bearish or bullish. In my view, as long as we are in an impulsive move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, I call that bullish. I want to be in there, you know, especially as you get these staking rewards. And if I believe in the project, that's obviously, otherwise, you know, you could have sold here as we crossed below one of these moving averages. Shorter term traders might want to do that, and that's fine. I'm holding here my ADA, believe in the network, believe in the project. And I know a lot of you people are doing that as well. And after we hit the low here, we will go up in a wave 3, a smaller wave 3, which is also part of a larger wave 3 here highlighted in green, which will be somewhere up here. So really good, really positive at the moment. I know it's hard to understand that, but this is currently looking like that. And also someone else, I think this other analyst, quite a popular one, Michael van der Pop, I think is his name. I think he talked yesterday about also levels around 150 where we could find support. And yeah, this, you know, I don't know, really 150. I think we're dropping a little bit more. But anyway, I think this sort of confirms, a few people are now talking about Cardano finally starting to move around. And I've been talking about that for the last 2 months, that we are going to get into this target area here. And at some point in this target area are going to find the reversal here. So that's what Cardano is doing at the moment. And the ADA BTC, to be honest, it's not really looking too positive, ADA BTC, which also confirms why I think we could drop a little bit more before we go up. I know it's tiring to hear that, and I know I don't want to hear that all day, but you guys want your ADA content, and we get through this together. We get through this together, and we will be pleasantly rewarded. That is my view. So currently here on ADA BTC, however, we broke below this descending wedge, found support here though at the 2820 level at the moment. So that's what I'm going to observe going forward, this support level. But overall, still in my view, this bullish divergence, you can see it here on the RSI on the daily, is still at play, which is reassuring. Yes, this higher level or this stronger bullish divergence is not at play anymore. Doesn't matter though, we still have a bullish divergence here. So that's still looking okay. Just again, the move to the upside was delayed again, unfortunately. So it just remains patience, patience required, which is just what is sometimes required in financial markets. So hopefully that video made you understand Elliott Waves a little bit better and the Cardano price move, and gives you a little bit of hope for every Cardano holder. Again, please don't take this as financial advice. Come to your own conclusions. You can look this up, look the wave count up, see if you come to the same conclusion. And overall, I remain bullish on Cardano. Hopefully you liked that update video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.